Welcome back to Piano Spun Fiber Arts for December 12th. I'm Jess, and this is the World of Wool Spin Along, where every day I spin up a little bit of wool into yarn from the World of Wool Advent Calendar. Today is day 12, and it is officially like the second layer on the box. If you've ever opened a box of chocolates, sometimes it'll have that top layer and the bottom layer. And we have officially gotten to that bottom layer of fiber, which is fun. It means that we're, halfway through. There's been a lot of cool things to see, but there are a lot of cool things left. But it's also a little bit sad because now I'm gonna start to see the bottom of the box, which is always a little bit sad during Advent. This blend is based on one of my favorite treats. Ooh, whoops. Is based on one of my favorite holiday drinks. This is Don't Nog It Till You Try It. My mom actually makes an eggnog that is based on like a horchata tradition. So she makes a coconut cream based eggnog, which is so good. But I'll drink anything. I'll drink any eggnog. So let's read up about Don't Nog It Till You Try It. Some very interesting fibers in here. Day 12, Don't Nog It Till You Try It is 37.5% recycled wool, 25% Corriedale wool, 25% sea cell, 12.5% merino wool. Our fiber tribute to one of the most common drinks of the season, eggnog. Rich, creamy, and spiced to high heaven, this festive concoction has been around for centuries, dating back to medieval British posset, a warm milk and ale drink served to toast good health. It crossed the Atlantic with colonists, evolved in the Americas, and became especially popular in the 18th century when rum was added to the mix. Since then, it's been a holiday favorite, whether served hot or cold, boozy or not, and continues to divide families as fiercely as sprouts and Christmas pudding. I'm curious about the recycled wool in here. I'm imagining we're gonna get a creamy base with maybe some splashes of cinnamon or coppery colors to indicate our spices on top. Really leaning into the yellowy creamy. It's more yellow than I imagined. And the spices here are a little more orange than I imagined. And I'm curious about the recycled wool in here. Where does that come from? So let's read on. For this blend, we leaned into the golden, frothy decadence of a fresh poured nog, recycled wool and Corriedale wool in soft egg yolk, that makes sense, forms the base, while sea cell, a fiber made from seaweed, brings a silky lightness. Think of it as a whipped top layer. To finish, merino wool in warm cinnamon denotes the sprinkle of spice that gives eggnog its unmistakable flavor. Ideal for spinners and felters, this blend is surprisingly soft. So this is kind of not a pun, but a play on the actual colors here. So we have this, what was the color? Egg yolk yellow, and cinnamon. And I think the sea cell in here is going to do something very similar to what the silk did back in our baby sham. Just create that kind of frosted halo on top. Let's see how we spin. I'm just gonna split it because I'm not sure yet. I can already feel the grippiness of the merino and Corriedale and maybe the recycled wool as well. I think that part will spin very nicely. We might get some spots where the sea cell wants to stick to itself. So far, that recycled Corriedale blend is spinning very much like Corriedale would. I haven't found a spot yet that is giving us a tug. I see some sea cell coming up, so I'll try to spin into it just to see what happens. I don't think much of anything. We're pretty well blended here, which is very nice. So I'm gonna pull off a little sample to see how we're doing. Oh, there's a little spot where I got a little bit of textured. I got a little textured spot from the C-cell. And here I'm getting a little bit more of that. That's okay. Overall, still really even. Okay, let's test our sample. So there's our plies before we let go. And that is the yarn that we're looking at. It looks just about perfect, if not a little thick. Oh, it's sticking to the tool. It's a very sticky fiber, but we are falling right in that Aran range, which is perfect. I might slow down the wheel a little. It's getting a little overspun, but I'm gonna figure out exactly what I need moving forward, and I'll be back when the yarn is finished. Here is the finished yarn. Don't knock it till you try it. I still think it's pretty yellow for nog, but it's got a really pretty linen-y kind of feel. And it turned out really nice with that sprinkle of that cinnamon in there. It's a little thick and thin in sections. Some places it got, I think, way thicker than Aran. Some places it's just right. This is one that I'm a little bit worried about not having enough, but we will see. But there is the final yarn. And as always, I will be back when it has become granny squares. So we have our finished Don't Nog It Till You Try It squares. I only had this much yarn left, but I did get all three. This was so much fun to crochet with. The handle felt really, really nice while I was crocheting with it. I think because it was so even, and it just has this kind of like slickness. Against the skin, it has that like fuzzier, woollier texture, but something about the way it handles just like moving down the yarn. It's just really soft. Each one has a tiny bit of color variation throughout the square. It does make me want a glass of eggnog. It's a little early yet for eggnog. We don't have any here. I mean, it exists in the stores, but we don't have any in the house. And I think this one, you also see a lot of definition in the crochet, more than other ones. You can really see all those half double crochets. They look so good. So that is day 12. Tomorrow is exactly our midpoint. So I will see you tomorrow for our midpoint of the Advent Calendar Spin Along. Bye.